Welcome back. Let's now start working on a small project that is Modal Window. And in this small project, we are going to build our first UI component. That is, let's see here. When I click on this window, here it is displaying that a model window like this. Just pop up and then close it. And then next, I click on this model 2. Then here also it is showing some pop up. And then here also in this model 3 window. And when I click on these buttons, now here the box is highlighting and then the background of this box should be blurred. And here we can also close this window by hitting the escape key on your keyboard also like this. Like this. Let's start how to build all this. Now let's open the folder number 6 from our files and then open the JavaScript file, then index also, then these styles. Because we want to take a look at these three files. Now here in JavaScript, let's start by selecting everything that we are going to need for this project. That's usually what we do when we build a project like this. So here we select the elements that we need. Then we store the selections into variables. And also we can use them again and again. So the way better than the selecting same elements again and again like we did in the last project. Now here we will have all the necessary selections that are nicely organized of each of its own variable. Now let's take a look at the HTML. Here in HTML we have three buttons, that is show model 1, show model 2 and show model 3. These three buttons that we actually already have in model window. Now here in this div element we already have code here. This is all the code. This all code is simply the hidden one. So that's why it has this class name hidden. Now let's go to CSS styles. See here the class name is hidden dot hidden, that is display none. We have did this hidden class as display none. So that's why the window is currently hidden. Here in this project, the hidden class is the main class that we will be concerned with. Now here, all we will do is to show that and to hide it according to the clicks on the buttons. So that's the model and that is the overlay. Let's write here const model equal document dot query selector and then give the selector name, that is here this is model. So give that model and then now write here for overlay, write const overlay equal document dot query selector and then here the selector is overlay, that is this class name overlay. And next write for button close model. So for that write button close model equal document dot query selector and then here the selector name is, see here the selector name close model, write close model and then next open model, that is write Now here the open model, we have three buttons. So for that I am writing buttons open model, then equal document dot query selector. Then now write here the class name show model. Now let's log this into console. Console.log buttons open model, and then let's open this in live server. This is our window, and then now let's inspect here. Inspect here in console. So here we see this button here selected that we did in HTML. Now let's see the limitations of the query selector method here. Whenever we use a query selector with a selector which actually matches multiple elements, only the first one will get selected like this. And so here we need another one also. So for that we need to place that here query selector all. Let's place here query selector all, and then now reload. See here it displayed the node list of 3. Here the node list here is a little bit like an array, and then let's open this. We have 3 buttons here, that is length of 3. Now let's do something that, for example, to do all of these buttons, we can simply loop through this node list and do something with them. Now let's write here for let I equal 0, and then the condition is I less than buttons open model, that we need the length, so for that dot length, and then we have increment. Let's console here, console.log buttons open model. Now let's redo. See here these 3 buttons are displayed. Here this is an element, and that is here one of these elements, and then now each of them, and for each of them we can simply use the text content property. Now let's here write dot text content, and then let's reload. See here now we get the 3 text contents for all the 3 buttons. Here I didn't use any curly braces because we have only one statement. So for that reason I didn't use any curly braces to define a block that we already discussed in the fundamentals. Now here we have a way of selecting multiple elements with the same class and then with the for loop. Okay, now that's it for the video. We'll continue in the next lecture. Thank you.